Historical Reconstruction of Aryan X.
Episode 68, 5 Directions and 5 Emperors. The reason I am explaining the contents of the 5 Directions and 5 Emperors again is to remind you of the fact that only the leaders of the era of Jaejongbunli, as separation of religion and politics, who succeeded to the political positions of the 5 emperors appearing here, could use the title of king, that is, emperor. The families appearing in European history, such as the Habsburgs, Merovingians, Carolingians, and Bourbons, are called royal families, but the fact is there is absolutely no reason or basis for calling them kings. Now then, let's examine the conditions under which one could be called a king or emperor. What are Obang, like 5 directions, and Oje, like 5 emperors in Eastern thought? 1. What is Obang, like 5 directions? Obang, 5 directions, refers to the 5 directions which are the basis of all Eastern thought. Assigning colors to these 5 directions becomes Obang Sik, like 5 direction colors. I said the 5 directions are related to the migration of humanity. Due to the Omi, like 5 tastes misfortune, when humanity moved from the origin, Turkmenistan in Central Asia, to each region of the earth, the 4 directions of east, west, south, and north that humanity moved to and their colors are as follows. Photo of the place where the yellow race who moved east from Turkmenistan, Central Asia, lived. Photo of the Yunnan province region in China. East direction. A part of the yellow race settled in Yunnan province of China and began to spread from here to East Asia and Southeast Asia, and their color was said to be blue. The region where their ancestors lived in Central Asia was called Cheongju in Hanja, symbolizing the color blue. Photo of the place where the red race and black race who moved south from Turkmenistan, Central Asia, lived. Photo of the northern region of Pakistan and India. South direction. The forces of the red race and black race moved to Pakistan and northern India and settled there, beginning to spread from here to South Asia and Africa, and their color was said to be red. Jeksek, Chisek, in Hanja. The region where their ancestors lived in Central Asia was called Jekju and Danyang in Hanja, symbolizing the color red. Photo of the place where the white race who moved west from Turkmenistan, Central Asia, lived. Photo of the Anatolian Peninsula region. West direction. The forces of the white race settled in the Caucasus Mountains of the Anatolian Peninsula and began to spread from here to Europe, North Africa, and the Middle East, and their color was said to be white. The region where their ancestors lived in Central Asia was called Bekju in Hanja, symbolizing the color white. Photo of the place where the ruling class yellow race who moved north from Turkmenistan, Central Asia, lived. Photo of Kazakhstan. North direction. The ruling group of humanity, the yellow race, moved to the lower region of the Aral Mountains in Kazakhstan and settled there. From here, there were migrations to the Indians and Indios of America, the Ainu of the Japanese archipelago, and even the Inuit of Greenland. Their colors were said to be yellow, Hwangsek, symbolizing yellow, and black, Heksek. The region where their ancestors lived in Central Asia was called Hwangju in Hanja, symbolizing the color yellow. However, in Korean geography books, yellow and black are said to be the same color. Summarizing population migration by direction. East direction is blue, west direction is white, south direction is red, north direction is yellow and black. Now, I said that in 3897 BC, the ruling group of the yellow race who had moved north returned to Turkmenistan, the origin of humanity in Central Asia, opened the sky, and Buddhism was born. The color of this ruling group of the yellow race was said to be yellow, Hwangsek. Rearranging this by direction again. East direction is blue, west direction is white, south direction is red, north direction is black, Center is yellow. Now, this was the secret of the birth of Obang, 5 directions of I Ching, Book of Changes, which is the core of Eastern thought, and Obang Sek, 5 direction colors. 2. Oj, the 5 emperors. Now then, I said that from the birth of humanity until 2333 BC was the era of Jejong Ilchi, unity of religion and politics. Subdividing the period from 3897 BC, when Buddhism was born, to 2333 BC, when Jejong Bunli, separation of religion and politics, began, who exactly were the ones who directly executed religion and politics in these 5 directions? In the ancient Korean book, Hwandong Gogi, the emperors who ruled the 5 directions are called Oj, 5 emperors. Since we have revealed the origin of the 5 directions and the 5 direction colors, I will now reveal the identity of the Oj, 5 emperors who ruled the Obang, 5 directions. The Oj, 5 emperors, are said to have ruled according to the 5 directions. 1. Emperor of the Center. Photo of Vairocana Buddha who gave birth to Buddhism. Vairocana Buddha is one of the Buddhas in Buddhism, a Buddha who embodies the truth of the Buddha's Dharma existing in the whole world as bright light or sun. In the Trikaya doctrine, he corresponds to the Dharmakaya, truth body, Vairocana Buddha. Therefore, Sakyamuni Buddha and Vairocana Buddha are not 2, but 1. The emperor of the center is precisely Vairocana Buddha Hwanung Chenwang, who led Kechon, opening of heaven, by opening the sky in Turkmenistan, Central Asia. From the Kechon, opening of heaven, in 3897 BC to the 1860s when the great catastrophe of the Taiping Rebellion ended, the genealogy of Buddhas was continuously passed down in Turkmenistan, Central Asia. These people were precisely the emperors of the center and the world. In Turkmenistan, Central Asia, there was the De Bopwangchong, the center of the world, and the Buddhas.
2. Emperor of the West. Photo of Maitreya Bodhisattva, the Messiah of the West. The Bodhisattva who moved from Central Asia to Western Europe is Maitreya Bodhisattva. Maitreya Bodhisattva, or Miluk Bodhisattva, is called Maitreya in Sanskrit, Maitreya in Pali, Messiah in English, Mithra, Misra, Miro, etc. In the encyclopedia, Maitreya Bodhisattva, Miluk Bodhisattva, is called Maitreya in Sanskrit, Maitreya in Pali, is currently a bodhisattva, but is believed in Buddhism to appear as a Buddha in the next world. He is a bodhisattva as the future savior. According to Buddhist doctrine, he received a prophecy, Vairocana, to become a Buddha under the dragonflower tree to save all living beings whom Gautama Buddha could not save. Maitreya in Pali is the same word that connects with Messiah. Its meaning is also the future savior. What does this mean? Isn't it the Messiah of current Christianity? Its meaning is also the same meaning of savior. Aha! The papal court and church of European Catholicism were actually words meaning the Bep Wangchung, the papal court of Dharma, of Buddhism, in their actual content. The emperor of the Western world, the future savior Messiah, was precisely Maitreya Bodhisattva. 3. Emperor of the East. Photo of Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva Mahasattva. The Bodhisattva who moved from Central Asia to the Yunnan province region in the east is Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, or Jijang Bosal, is one of the major bodhisattvas in Buddhism, a bodhisattva who made a great vow: if even a single sentient being does not achieve enlightenment, I do not wish to become a Buddha. Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, at the request of Sakyamuni Buddha, enters meditation every morning in Triyastrimsa heaven to observe the ability of sentient beings to accept the Buddha Dharma, and then enlightens all sentient beings from heaven to hell with great compassion until Maitreya Buddha appears. Tibet is called Sejong, the western region of Zhang, a western region included in Zhang. This Hanja Zhang symbolizes Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, and the place where the Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva ministry was located was the Bulsi region of Yunnan province, east of Sejong in Tibet. 4. Emperor of the South. Photo of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva who moved from Central Asia to Pakistan in South Asia is Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, or Gwanse Bosal, is the most widely known bodhisattva among Buddhist bodhisattvas. He listens to the sounds of sentient beings, lowers his body anywhere, and saves them from suffering and difficulties. He is also often called Guanjaje Bosal, and in the Chinese-speaking world, he is also called Sangguanim. Along with Ksitigarbha Bodhisattva, he is one of the two great bodhisattvas of Buddhism, and including Manjushri Bodhisattva and Samantabhadra Bodhisattva, they are called the four great bodhisattvas of Buddhism. Refer to Wikipedia. Peshawar in Pakistan, where the southern papal court was located, and Pachok in Seoul of Turkmenistan, Central Asia, where the central De Bepwangchong, or Great Papal Court of Dharma, was located, are the same place name. He was the emperor of the southern Scythian Aryans. 5. Emperor of the North. Photo of Mahasthamaprapta Bodhisattva Mahasattva. The bodhisattva who moved from Central Asia to Kazakhstan in the north is Mahasthamaprapta Bodhisattva. The Sanskrit name is Mahasthamaprapta, and it is transliterated as Mahasattva Mahaprapata. He is also called De Seji or Duk De Se, and sometimes abbreviated and translated simply as Seji. Unlike other bodhisattvas, this bodhisattva is rarely created and worshipped independently. In most cases, he appears in the form of an attendant Buddha of Amitabha Buddha along with Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva as a flanking bodhisattva of the Western Pure Land. That is, centered on Amitabha Buddha, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva is on the left, and Mahasthamaprapta Bodhisattva is on the right, forming a shape of attendants, which is called the Amitabha Triad, or Amitabha Three Beings. The emperor of the northern sea world is Seji Bosal. He was in the upper Bepwangchong, Ufa of Kazakhstan. Only the leaders of the era of J.J. Bunli, or separation of religion and politics, who succeeded to the positions of these 5 emperors could use the title of emperor, which is king. In the next episode, I will reveal the secrets of Greek and Roman mythology and the Orthodox Church. Please refer to the attached blog for details regarding the YouTube video release schedule and titles, as well as the title and table of contents of the prepared book. https://blog.naver.com/GoKimGarcia